All right, there it is. There it is, man. What's going on, world? It's it's rough, man. I don't know. Originally I was gonna say airborne viruses or something. That's what I was gonna name the title. Airborne viruses or like a airborne sickness or something. But I don't know my terminology that well. To be honest with you, I just know like at the house, it's like 1 second we're good, and then next second, next morning we're just sick. So I couldn't tell you if it's the level of pollen or what that's like attacking from the windows or from outside, I should say. Through the windows from outside, I couldn't tell you. Anyway, it's really interesting. What's going on, Summer? How you doing, Summer? But also, it's like it's just been very. It's kind of dusty in the house. We probably just got to clean stuff out more. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know, but I just decided I was like, I'm gonna say something is in the air because I know I'm not the only one. Like maybe the house, maybe there's like hopefully there's not a level of mold. Hopefully that's not what it is, but maybe it's something else. You know what I mean? But this morning I was sitting there just like, yo, I gotta like literally just empty, like unclog my nose. Literally just blow my nose like the whole morning, and it was really annoying. Shit, hold on, let me cross the street first. HKS exhaust on your dad's shit box. I don't even see. I don't know my cars like that, man. You can't ask me those questions. See, the thing about the loud stuff is like if it's not functional. I think with the loud car stuff is if it's not functional, it's just you're just being kind of annoying. But it's up to you if you want to be annoying, man. If you want to be that person, you know. I live in Seattle, right? So like we have the dude. He got arrested multiple times for like revving up the Hellcat in Belltown. Belltown is the area, so he was over there revving that shit up, constantly going to court, and he had money, I guess, so he just kept paying it. He was the Hellcat guy over here, so yeah. Let me ask you a question about the loud stuff. Are you doing that because you want to be seen, or you just like the feeling of it, or you like both of it? You know what I'm saying? Do you like the feeling of being seen? Do you like the what is it? I had a friend like that, where like I had a friend. He actually had a lot to be insecure about, not in a bad way, but he literally had a lot to be insecure about because he came from a good family. They really took care of him, but he just was chasing, he was chasing a certain life. Like he's not from the hood, but he was obsessed with like hood culture. He's one of those kids that would sit in his like gaming chair and he would study like all the Bloods and Crips raps. You know what I'm saying? He's oldest like all these Blood and Crip rappers. He would just study that shit like it mattered, like it was happening in his backyard. But he used to roll around the street, subwoofer, just booming, put the bass on max. He would do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Going places, and then he would get in trouble. I shouldn't say get in trouble, but he would get his ass whooped. He'd get swung on, or people would attempt to rob him, and then he would be the first one calling the cops. I was like, you're so obsessed with the gangster culture, but when it comes down to doing G shit and being recognized, when people actually approach you and they're willing to rob you, like you just go straight to the cops. So just my question is always like when people do the excessively like loud or I want to be seen kind of thing, like what is the compensation? And if it ain't that, then like you just gotta love it. But if you love it, you gotta live it, right? You know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing bad about you. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of this, where it's like, you know, who is it for? It's got to be for you. Destroyer, what's going on? Aiden, what's up? What's up? Destroyer, what's going on, Aiden? You know. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in perspective because everyone I know that does the exhaust or they do the subwoofers, you know what I mean? I knew dudes who had subwoofers in their cars, but they made their own mixtapes, so they were trying to be seen and heard at the same time. Like they're trying to play their own music in there, and like their music wasn't that great. It was okay, but they would be doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The exhaust stuff is like you gotta really be like I ain't gonna say you gotta have to. I'll say you gotta really be because I don't want to influence you. But I know some dudes that are really racing the streets, and them guys like really. I'm not gonna say they get the quietest exhaust, but they do because they're trying to get in and out. Also, when they jet through them back streets, they just try not to be seen and heard. Not trying to be seen, so you move fast. Not trying to be heard, so you keep the whatever low. You can move smooth, man. like them EVs, like them Teslas and shit. The Teslas be running smooth, low key. It's kind of funny. You know what I mean? You subscribe, Aiden? What's going on? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm debating whether I should grab this coffee early or if I should grab it later. I don't know yet. I'm just walking right now. But yeah, I be thinking about that shit, man. So, it's interesting too. Like, if I ever get a car, or excuse me, when I do get a car, I do want a subwoofer myself. Like, I say all that to say, I want a subwoofer in there because for me, if I'm rolling in the street playing all the songs that we grew up playing in the neighborhood, shit that we grew up hearing on the radio, or just in general, I want to be around that where like I just pull up certain blocks. And again, yeah, you do want to be seen, right? Like, you want to pull up and like, man, y'all remember this song? I'm from this era, whoop de wop, and just had that shit, just booming out there. That's the whole feeling. That's what it's about. I mean, that's my theory at least. Everybody wants that. Hey, it's fucking crazy. I was watching this video. This is kind of relatable. I was watching this video yesterday. It was about that one SB 129 or SB 29, the SpongeBob episode where Squidward, he goes into purgatory. He's trying to go from the past to the future. So he teaches people how to. He teaches the cavemen how to catch jellyfish, and then he goes inside the time machine. And then inside the time machine, he gets stuck in purgatory, but he's able to connect himself back to his own timeline. Anyway, they were just talking about how Squidward, like, he finally got peace and quiet, but then the biggest issue was that, like, even though even though he was like left alone, part of his own existence didn't matter because he didn't have he didn't have SpongeBob or Patrick to really, see, or he didn't have anyone to recognize him. He was just by himself. But that shit, bro, I swear to God, that shit relate to like regular life because you think about what's his name? Hold on, my bad. Yeah, what's his name? With the whether it's a subwoofer or something else. Yo, let me cross the street. My bad. Whether it's the subwoofer or the clarinet, subwoofer clarinet, you as an employee at the Krusty Krab, Jaden, what's going on, Jaden? Whatever it is, like there's a level of recognition that, so it kind of solidifies or whatever your existence. You know what I'm saying? That shit. We're not trying to glorify people's existence. Like, we're not trying to egotistically do things or narcissistically do things, but at the same time, like, why, I think about this because I be helping people out every day, if not every weekend, to the best that I can, whether it's the smallest scale or the largest scale. And my thing is like, if I had no one to help, who would I be? I think about that sometimes. That's just kind of, I was thinking about it the other day because on Sunday, we do the Tabletop Village meetup, doing the Beyblade stuff. And it's real interesting because, my friend Mars is over there. Mars is blind. Mars uses a walking stick. And like, I'm always trying to help Mars out. To my understanding, they're a girl, but they identify as something else. So that's why I'm not really throwing a pronoun on it. I'm just being respectful to my friend. So I couldn't really tell you. I couldn't confirm. But anyway, we're just kicking it with Mars, and I'm always like Mars's arm to grab and shoulder to, hold on to. That's just who I like to be. But there was one time we all went to go grab lunch, and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, sometimes I'm like, why is it so routine? Or why is it so routine? Or why is it so normal and easy for me to just take care of people or want to look out for people all the time? So I started questioning myself a little bit. We're over here eating fucking Chinese food. So I wasn't trying to like overly think and be philosophical, excuse me. I just want to fucking eat. But I had a moment to just think to myself, like, yo, man, I'm so used to doing this because it was like that with my mom, my grandpa, always looking out for them. And it's just secondhand nature almost. You know what I'm saying? But I think about that, man, it had me thinking because it was like, who am I if I'm not doing that? I got to really think about that. That's just me. I got to really think about that for my own self. I don't actually know. What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? So I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be, like I said, no philosophical bullshit or whatever. But I think about that sometimes. Where like I've met people that don't know how to help. They don't know how to be helpful, or they don't know how to be, nice to each other, or whatever. They don't know how to do that necessarily. So it's strange. And I'm like, when I get to know them and I examine their family, it's like, yeah, your whole family is healthy. Your whole family is healthy. They're in good health. They're doing good. So it's like, how would you know? You know what I'm saying? You don't have that push come to shove feeling every day. Like, I gotta always look out for this person. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was bedridden at some point, so it's like she's just sitting there. Grandpa damn near the same thing. He was going through depression before I really had a definition for it, or like we all had a definition for it. Hold on, let me get this. We got hella bird scat up on the. Damn, that's some bullshit. I try to sit on this side. Trying to figure this out because the sun's right here. Damn. Trying to find a little good spot to sit down at. Yo, birds be dumping everywhere, man. This is all bad. I'm gonna put this in the center then. It's all bad. Yep, just dropped my bag on the ground. It's all bad, bruh. I'm about to snap right here, bruh. Fuck off me with that shit. Yep. That's how I'm looking at it, man. It's like you gotta, I'm being honest with myself. And I say all that to say, like, the self-examining side also isn't to compare myself to others. You know what I mean? That's the thing you gotta be careful about. How's it going? That's the thing you gotta be careful about is like when you're really, and it's just small questions with small what am I trying to say? It's small questions with small solutions when you think about it. Like if you're around someone that you realize like, these people they're not helpful, but then they've had the privilege to be around healthy people or just like whatever, decent people their whole life. Of course, like what are you gonna do? You can choose to consistently be around them if you want, if you like them as friends. But if you just think they're not helpful people and that's like your end all be all, just get away from them. I think about that a lot. I think about that a lot where it's like, I'll give you an example actually. I'll give you an example. No shade to anyone. No shade to anyone. Um, we had an event back in April at SoccerCon. So it was like one of my friends, he pretty much set it up so that we had the event space. And then like the way I look at it is this: there was like finals matches going on, but then the finals matches were starting to bleed into the time frame that we had the room, if that makes sense. So there was like a room that was allotted to us at the convention center, but that room was like running out of the time, and then I knew people were gonna take the space for the time afterwards. But our event was running long, so it's like, hey, we can take this into the hallway. We have portable stadiums and shit. We can take this into the hallway. So that was the suggestion. Literally everybody that was hanging out, and mind you, there was at least 50 something to 60 participants with their friends and family. So it was like at least damn close to 100 people just in the room, if not within the proximity of the windows. But like, we moved shit around to use the space to set it up the way that we needed it to. So then we were willing to put everything back to normal. Literally only me and fucking, my friend Luffy, like me and her were the only people in there just setting the room back up. Everyone else just went out to go watch the fucking tournament. And I was like, a lot of you people aren't even in the finals. A lot of you people are just they don't even need you as a judge right now. A lot of you people are from the group and it's just literally just me and her just resetting the shit back up. And I'm just like, yeah, that's some bullshit. And like, she's Brazilian, so it's like my assumption is, I mean, I don't know how the fuck she grew up, but it's just like, it's just one of them things where it's like, oh yeah, this is how American a lot of these people are sometimes, bro. You can kind of see, you know what I mean? I'm born and raised here. I'm born and raised in America, but it's just funny to me where I'm like, oh, that's some American shit where like motherfuckers just want to go where the fun is. It's either that or it's some kid shit or some autistic shit. It's whatever. It's whatever, however you want to put it. But nonetheless, that let me know. I was like, oh yeah, she's like me and her from the same cloth of just like, just help people out, like look out for them, or almost accidentally be overly compensating. But yeah, fuck me up a little bit because I'm like, bro, I didn't even set this shit up. I was helping set up the room in the first place. I'm hoping that like based off of that, other people would do the same, but then they just, some people see someone else working, they don't want to do the work. So I'm just like, yeah, fuck them. You know what I mean? That's kind of when I know sometimes. But I'm the type of person, I'll get the ball rolling for people. You know what I mean? Like we have, in that same regard, and I'm not saying this for credit. I'm just being honest. In the same regard, there's people that have like smaller groups on the outside of what we're doing, and I'm like, hey man, just get your stuff going. It's nice to have like uh you know natives of certain areas, people actually from Tacoma doing the Tacoma group. Things like that. That's the way I look at it. I think that's very important. Um, People who are actually from the area just take charge of certain areas and take charge of certain spots and regions or whatever. That's just the way I look at it. It's very fundamental, but I'm with all that. Like I like seeing that. That's just me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I still have to say like it's really strange, man, because like it's just part of who I am. I started to think about it, examine it a bit, where I was like, I can't help but like, if it doesn't matter if it's the kids within the space. If I feel like they're around us, I'm like, hey man, it just feels like they trust being around us. So then I take a responsibility for making sure that they're safe, or they're like whatever. I don't know, like, not necessarily happy. Their happiness isn't my issue, because they'll go home and then they'll have their devices or a nice home to go to. Most of the time, most of those kids have great places to go to. Yeah, there's like spiders everywhere. You good though? Get out of here, bruh. Yeah, buddy. Get out of here with that shit. But it's interesting because even with all that being said, it's like I know it. Like it's just one of my, because it's second nature to me. I can't hold it against anyone if they don't really receive or whatever. I just understand this is who I am. But again, back to, I can choose to like not be that. I can choose to like not be that person today or tomorrow. I can just be like, hey man, I know it's gonna work me up and make me upset when people are less compensating than I am, or whatever, or less helpful than I am. And who am I at the same time? Who am I to judge, right? Who am I to judge that shit? Who am I to really say, oh, I did that one thing, I deserve to be recognized, loved, appreciated, and whatever. Like who am I to say that? Like at the same time, who am I to compare my passion, if not my effort, if not the smallest thing that I did or the largest thing that I did, to someone's small, consistent effort? Does that make sense? I do one big thing. I would, does that make sense? I would never compare. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm trying my best not to compare me at my best to what someone does consistently. Does that make sense? Like someone can consistently just like always show up, and because they're consistently showing up, they're just doing the best that they can. But it's not, you know, oh, it pales in comparison to me showing up and doing the most at one time. Like, no, I don't want to go there either. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is because this goes back to the whole Squidward thing. The whole Squidward and him in purgatory. It's like he had to really question his existence. He was like, where, he couldn't live without the recognition as much as he wanted the peace. Does that make sense? It was really interesting. It was a deeper conversation. I mean, if you guys watch it, just go find that episode. It was like a, not episode. Go find that. It was like a little short video about SB 129, SB 29, SpongeBob episode, Squidward being stuck in purgatory, going between past and future. It was really interesting because it had me think. I was like, this has I thought it was really weird, and I like those weird episodes. I like episodes like that. Like even when I was a kid, there was a Blue's Clues episode where he was learning all the planets. Blue's Clues was learning all the planets, shit like that. And it was something about it that was really creepy, but I liked it. I was like, this is some cool shit. I'm like a little kid. Same thing. I'm kind of like still young, but watching SpongeBob, and that episode, it freaked me out a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? This is kind of crazy, but it all came full circle, and it ended on a crazy note. But anyway, well, what is Squidward's existence without recognition as much as he wants the peace? You know what I'm saying? He wanted peace because he just wanted to wake up in the morning. I want to wake up in the morning and play my clarinet. Like think about that. Squidward's like, I want to wake up in the morning and play my clarinet. Before he can get his first note off, fucking SpongeBob's alarm just blares into his face. But it's funny because when you think about it, Squidward's in his mentality is like, I want the world to hear me play this clarinet. That's his mindset. That's fucking Squidward. He wants to play that pause, you know what I'm saying, with the motion. And he's over here just like trying to play it before he gets the first note. Something louder than him that alerts the world, gets it right into his face. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like as much as you want to be the good morning motherfucker, like you, that alarm is more louder than you. I mean, at some point either you push harder or you just get a little sad. I mean, Squidward's a sad guy, so he just got sad. The other crazy thing was, I forgot what I was trying to say. He just wanted his peace. So when he's not doing that thing, he's like, okay, leave me the fuck alone. So he wants to be left alone. And then he'll go and just mind his own business or just try to go to work to and from work and just mind his business, make his money, go home. He don't care. But in the middle of all that, it's like the people who actually recognize him the most say his name and bother him the most, even though he doesn't like them bothering him. Those people are there for him all the time. It's really interesting. So I don't know, man. It's really just a small question of balance in life. You know what I mean? That's really all it is to me. It's it's I don't know that's it's a very metaphorical episode. The more I think about it, like I don't know. I just watched, like I said, I just watched the dude do a review on it yesterday. He did a review on it, and he did a review and a breakdown of the episode and like the technicalities of it. And it's just really I don't know. It just interested me. I'm just thinking about it. But it has me thinking about my own. Who am I if I'm not like what I'm saying? Who am I if I'm not like shit? My bad. Doing for others. You know what I mean? I question that sometimes. Is it good or is it bad? It was bad a while ago. There's a street I walk on right over here. Oh, it's yours. Okay, okay. There's a street that I walk through, like in between like the park and then over there, and it's really interesting because like there's a small area where it kind of goes out, if that's what you're wondering. Because it was like that a while ago. Like people usually leave when it gets all like fuzzy and stuff. So that's the interesting thing. But yeah. Also, I was gonna say it's funny because when I want to go, actually I might go in that direction later. So it might fuck up later. But when I go around like the back street on like go up the hill a little bit, like a block or two, and then I take a left, it does the same thing. It's literally like, so how do I explain this? This street right here is Jefferson, right? The street on the other side is Cherry, literally in between it. But if you were to go like more west, we start going west, there is an actual street in the middle of it called James Street, which is ironic, but it's literally like the James Street. What do you call this? This is what I always call it. It's always the James Street static. That's pretty much what it is. There's James Street static, where like when you're in between Jefferson and Cherry, it's always gonna get static. That's just me. That's on my end. But if you're saying it's your internet, then that's cool. Because hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's cool right here. I'm trying to just stay under the shade for now. This is the best spot of the bench I can get. They got bird shit all over this bitch. This is why we need the rain, because the birds be just taking it. But also, people be leaving all their fucking food over here, not properly disposing it. People leave crumbs, so birds come over here and eat that shit. You know what I mean? Oh shit! Watch the kid fall on the scooter. Pick yourself up. There you go. Yeah, bruh. Pick yourself up. Oh shit, man. Hold on. I'm in an area where they got hella bugs, so I gotta be careful. I had to blow my nose too. I'm feeling it. Pause. Oh boy. I bet I didn't even mute all that. I mean, the nose blowing though. But yeah, man. I think about that, man. I thought it dawned upon me, and it's funny because I was watching the thing yesterday. So I'm watching that like SpongeBob episode review yesterday, but it's almost like I don't know if I watched it yesterday or Saturday. I can't remember exactly. I think it was. I remember my time, bro. Hold on. I'm trying to think what I do Saturday. I'm losing track of time here. Maybe I watched it Saturday. I don't exactly remember. It's either Saturday or Monday, but nonetheless, like the whole thought of like, why do you do what you do? I think it's nice to document certain things. That's my whole channel. My bad. Yeah, it's really interesting. Kai Uchiha's back, man. Welcome back, bro. It's been a minute. I'll be right back though. I'm still mic'd up. I'm just throwing a snot tissue away, blowing my nose, man. We out here in this ain't really nature. It's a park though. It's a park, but it ain't really nature though. But yeah, I'm still mic'd up. What's going on, Kai? Kai Uchiha, Uchiha clan up in the building. You know, You hate the cops, man. I'm kind of in that same. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm like right there with you, but I'm not. If that makes sense. Like I will say that there's individual. Yo, get the spider out of here. Spider's crawling on the phone. But I'm kind of right there with you. It's really interesting. It's interesting because it's like within each precinct, it's like you have to know who the crooked ones are, and it's like you ain't doing nothing about it. And then my other biggest issue was like, all right, think about this, right? Let's say you have family members. If you had a family member that was like a molester or some shit, this motherfucker be touching kids. As a family, you'd come together and be like, hey, we gotta beat his ass. We gotta fuck this dude up. Like, he's our family member. We gotta fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? And teach him like that ain't the right thing to do. Just beat his ass. That's what you would do. But the cops don't do that within their own kind of like, like does that make sense? Because they're somewhat of a fraternity, if not a whatever you call it, and they don't really do that with each other. Where it's like, hey, this motherfucker's hella crooked. He just be robbing people. Because I've had friends that like when they were kids and teenagers, they would get robbed by cops all the time. This shit was crazy. They're fucking kids getting robbed by cops. But that's they won't let me straight. Like, wait, what? Oh, 20, or put a flame tube. Is that the laws where you're at? Is that what you're telling me? AKA, welcome back, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Summer, is that like? I wonder if that's like a. You can get, like technically you can do it and get away with it, but then they'll follow you if they see that shit. Like a cop car will always follow you. They see your car is all tuned up, they're gonna follow you around and see what's going on. Oh shit, what happened, man? Hold on, why didn't they show it? Yeah, oh, okay, okay. I hate the laws. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I mean, I guess on that stuff, it's like I thought you was talking about some police brutality shit, but that ain't shit, bro. That's just some like accessory to life. That's like, bro. That's some other shit, bro. That's the stuff that see that you're having the choice to do this stuff. So to me, it doesn't matter, but it is what it is, bro. It's just car stuff. But I get it though. Like, I can imagine. The reason why I say I get it is because a car is an expression of someone, an expression of self as well. So it's kind of interesting that like I don't know. I thought it was some other shit. I thought you were talking about some other shit. The fire that comes out the back, yeah, that's what flame tune is. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. But I'm just kind of like I thought you was talking some other shit. I thought you was over here talking about getting profiled and beat for being born the way you were type shit. That's how it be sometimes. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm like, damn, you just talking about cars. But listen, that is actually an interesting thing because that is a form of expression to some degree. Like right or wrong, whether people think your car is loud or obnoxious, however people feel, it is still a form of an expression. Like some people, like I said, I had a friend, he didn't have much going on in his life, but because of that, what really was going on for him was actually like the fact that every damn day he was working on his car, cleaning it, taking care of it, and shit like that. So it was really interesting. You said free Diddy. I don't know about that. That's also as well. I don't know about free Diddy. I don't know about that. Because at the end of the day, it's like you got this much power, and then you doing this shit. It's like, bro, you got too much time on your hands. Now, I don't exactly know what the charges are or what he's going to jail for, but who knows? If he's part of the trafficking shit, man, fuck him. But he clearly beats on women, so it's like, how you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? He really be throwing hands on women, and it's not like Cassie was like throwing hands first. That's what's really interesting. I thought about this because, again, not that I was in the car with Rihanna and Chris Brown, but you got to think about it too. It's like Rihanna's the type of person to swing on Chris Brown because she ain't no slouch. She's not no slouch, man. Like she's not like a typical. She's not like a valley girl where it's just like they're gonna complain about if that. I don't know what I'm trying to say is, but like she's one of those. She's really she's not a hood, but she's an island girl, man. She's not playing that shit. And then to my understanding too, she was fucking up Chris Brown's like burnt CDs or something. This dude had like demo tapes, and she was over here scratching them up like, "What you gonna do, boy? What you like fucking with him or something?" Again, I wasn't in the car. I don't fucking know. Now, did she deserve to get her ass beat? Probably just popped one time. Might have just had like, "Hey man, get off my shit. You're over here fucking up my merchandise and like my career type shit." Maybe that, but it's also like that's on CB for fucking with her like that. But like I said, back to the whole hotel video, Diddy's beating the shit out of her, man. Like he's over here torturing her and having her dragged back to the room for his pleasure and whatever he want. Like what do you like? That's the motherfucker we want. I'm good off of that, bro. We don't need that shit. It's bad enough you got people that are like, human trafficking mules or drug mules or shit like that. It's bad enough you have weird shit like that exists in the world. But it's just like, dog, you got someone who's rich and powerful doing that shit. That's fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick and choose what you want. You gotta pick and choose what you accept in this life, man. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. That one right there, free Diddy. I mean, it's like I don't even know this dude. Does that make sense? I don't even know that dude like that. And for what he's gone for, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and be. Yeah, I don't teeter totter on that shit. Also, I don't know, man. People are on social media for too long. I swear to God. For y'all that don't know what's going on, man, go read the fucking live chat. I forgot to say that shit in the beginning. People that drop in on the playback, go to the live chat. You know, scroll that shit, see what the fuck we talking about here. We talking about some bullshit. We talking about Diddy and Squidward at the same time. That's some bullshit, right? Talking about Diddy and Squidward. That's some stupid ass shit. But anyway, yeah, cop situation is interesting, man. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole whatever. I thought that's what you was talking about. I guess that ain't it. But it's interesting, man. People got to express themselves through cars or something. I'm not even mad at the car expression. It's just really interesting to me. I don't know what to make of it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. I'll take it for what it is, bro. You know, happy either way, whatever. It's a cool day at the park today, man. It's pretty chill. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm over here looking around, like as you know what I forgot about. It's also like school had ended, so because there's no more school, like we just it's just quiet. Like sometimes like I remember like I would be out here. What time is it? It's like close to 11 or something. But students would just be kicking it over here during like their break or whatever. Sometimes close to lunch, but I'm over here right before 12, so who knows? I'm stuffy though, man. My nose is like I already know I'm gonna be blowing my nose in the fucking library, which is gonna make me upset just sitting there thinking about it. You know what I mean? Y'all been eating a lot of sugar. I ain't gonna lie. Over here trying to flex my stomach, but I'm feeling bloated, bro. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is right now. It is what it is right now. I forgot about them. Damn, rolling deep out here. They got the clean team out there, man. They're rolling deep. I was like, what am I looking at? Like a whole team of four, man. They had the whole car, like four of them, like older Latina women or whatever, like some aunties and some grandmas, just all got cleaning supplies going up into the house. I was like, damn, what the fuck? But I forgot because like near my spot, there's actually a cleaning lady that she frequents this one spot. I don't know if it's an Airbnb or if it's a like an apartment or something. I can't remember exactly, but they're over there. I be seeing them. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. That's a whole other conversation. Whatever. A whole other whatever. Roscoe, what's up, man? Welcome in, Roscoe. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. That shit is crazy. But I don't know, man. I'm taking this shit for what it is right now. I take that shit for what it is right now, bro. Things are just happening over here. Um, Kind of backtracking a bit, like the whole existence conversation. It's really interesting, man. It's like I don't fault myself, but I question myself sometimes where I'm like, oh no, that's what I was gonna say. So on Sunday, there's a kid. I guess he's a kid, but he was there like last week or 2 weeks ago, and we were at the claw machine. So because we were at the claw machine, we were trying to get this golden egg inside the claw machine. The vlog will come out maybe in a couple of weeks from now, but it's like week 14, week 15. We're trying to get the golden egg in the no, oh no, I appreciate it, Roscoe. Thank you, man. Um, we're trying to get this golden egg that's in the claw machine because if you get the golden egg, apparently there's a key inside, and then the key unlocks like a how do I explain it? It's like expensive Pokemon cards or slabs. They're inside this thing. So you're trying to get the claw machine to get the golden egg, but the golden egg is buried underneath um what do you call this stuffed animals like plush toys. And if it's not plush toys, it'll be like Pokemon cards, but they're kind of like vertical and sometimes they're flat. If they're flat, you can pick it up, but the claws are so flimsy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tricky thing to play. But anyway, we're playing this game. There's this one kid a couple weeks ago, and he's like trying, and then he keeps on asking like, "Oh, I don't have any. My card is being declined right now. Do you have any more money we can spend? If you have more money, I'll play more." But it's just always it's these fucking kids that ask to use other people's money all the time. So after a while, I'm like, If I don't hear please, I'm like fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's just like me, cat, and then there's like another kid that comes up. Actually, I traded cards with this girl, and then like we'll just sit there and play the machine and try to just win toys. But then we're really trying to move shit around to get the golden egg. But it's funny because like there's these little kids that just always like, oh, I need money. I can get it. I just need money. I need it. I need money. And like they're just saying this shit, and I'm like, fuck this kid. Like there's no please, no thank you, no none of that. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I draw the line with people. Like, and I need a message, not text, but I need a message on Discord, cat, my friend. Cause I'm gonna be like, hey, next time these kids don't say please, fuck them. You know, we're just gonna walk away. Like until we find a kid that says please and thank you, like respectfully, we'll sit there and let them play. But then they just be sitting there taking our money, and then they just waste it on the fucking claw machine. But it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But they just sit there and fuck around with the money. Anyway, that one kid, he was saying that shit, and then I literally, we walked out because we're grabbing lunch. The dude is like walking into the shop as we're walking out. And then he sees that I'm with Mars. You know, Mars is sitting there like on, because you know she has a walking stick, and then she's just on my arm, holding my arm for direction. We're walking, and then we come back within an hour. We're doing Beyblade. We go to the claw machine, and he said some weird shit like, "Are you a pterodactyl?" Something I don't fuck. Sound like he said pterodactyl or some shit. Sound like some dinosaur shit. I don't know what he's talking about. I was like, bro, I don't know what that is. What is that? And he kept asking. He's like, "Are you one? Are you like a?" He kept on asking it. I was like, "What the fuck is that word mean?" I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know what he meant. And he's like basically like it's someone that like helps people. I was like, I don't, who calls themselves that? I don't know people who call themselves that. It's fucking weird, bro. But again, that's just like the crowd that's around there, so I can't really get mad. But it had me thinking. I was like, that was his recognition of me. Like I said, that day of, it was like, oh, they just see me like just being helpful. But I here's what I'm trying to say, right? I say all this to say, I had a friend. Um, Actually, it's funny. I first met this guy at this park. I actually first met this guy at this park. I'll tell the story about him a little bit. I'm gonna leave his name out because we don't get no suckers, no shine. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck a lot of people in this week, man. This week it's fuck a lot of people. Um, but this dude, man, I met him here. People were doing capoeira and shit. They were stretching their wrists, stretching their. So I did like a day of capoeira, just kind of learning with them in the park. Nice summer's day, kind of like sunset. Meet this dude. He's pretty cool. He's pretty chill. He seemed like he's in the right mindset. And I'd kick it with him from time to time. We'd smoke from time to time. We'd just hang out. Man, later down the line, he starts teaching like yoga class. He starts doing some whatever stuff. I only went to like one or two, maybe three yoga classes that he was teaching. It was really cool. But ever since them three classes, whenever he would introduce me to other people, like I go to his events, like his whether it's his birthday party, his girl's baby shower, whatever, he'd introduce me to his friends or whatever, and he'd be like, "Oh, this is my student." And in my mind, like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't learning shit from you. You just teach yoga and I paid for it, or if I pay what I can. Like, it was just some weird kind of a weird interaction. Like he couldn't have a common friendship with someone without having a sense of superiority over them. And I started to notice it. So anyway, it's interesting because around that same time period he was saying that shit, I started thinking to myself like, this dude asked me to help him and his girl move. So he's like, can you guys help? It was like me and my girlfriend at the time. He's like, can you help us like move stuff from our house to the next house? I was like, cool, we got you. Started moving the bed, furniture. They had a small amount of things, and then like just certain things that they had, like papers or whatever boxes they had. We helped them move their shit, so we moved their shit in. It was me, my girl, and some other people. And then over time, me and my girl, we ended up being the most reliable people because they can always lean on us. But I was like, okay, after the first and second time, I told my girlfriend, I was like, I'm not going there because even though they're asking us to hang out, something's gonna happen where they're gonna ask us to either watch the kids or they're gonna have us move something again. She's like, no, I don't think so. She went there, she helped them out. I was like, fast forward, me and my girlfriend break up. We didn't talk for a while. My mom dies. I tell my girl, or tell my ex, I'm like, hey, because you were a part of my mom's life, I think it's important that you know that she passed away and you're invited to the funeral. It'd be nice if you can show up. I mean, it's up to you if it's, you think that's too much. You don't have to, but you're invited. It's on this day. These are the whatever. But you don't, it'd be nice to have you there. She loved you. Yada yada. So she comes to the funeral. We're hanging out like kind of that day or that week. I think we went up there. It's funny. It was like summertime, so we went up the street, grabbed some ice cream real quick, like old times, and just walked around. And she literally asked me about the you know the dude and the because she was closer to the dude's girlfriend. I was closer to the dude, obviously. Pause. And then like she was like, "How did you know that they were like that?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, I constantly hear you say something like, it always takes a year for people to realize what you're saying. And I was like, sometimes some people don't recognize it. But what are you talking about? She's like, no, you literally told me like every time we go there, they just ask for help. They find a way to ask people to help them out. And then like the people who are consistently always there helping, they're always gonna just show up. I said, how did you know that they were kind of just using people? I was like, I seen it the first and second time. Like what the like, I seen it already. And I told you, that's what I'm saying. I literally told you, I was like, I guarantee you when you go there, they're gonna, they're asking you to eat dinner with them, but then they're gonna have you do something. And then she went there by herself because I told her, I was like, I'm not going. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be here, but you can go. She went, and then they had her do some shit. And then it's just like it took us breaking up, and then her being around them to just realize like, oh yeah, she's just helping them the whole time. I was like, that's all you fucking do. You just help when you show up. So it's just like it just comes down to who you are, bro. But I say all that to say like, matter of fact, I'm gonna speak to my friend Luffy and let her know like, hey, you see, like you set this event up, right? You see these people do, let them take care of that shit. Remember when they left you to take care of the fucking tables? Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? All these people like they want to show up just to. I think about that a lot. People just want to show up to do their thing, but it's never no please, thank you, and like never clean up the table after yourself, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna tell you where I grew up. I grew up on Cherry Hill. Matter of fact, my dad worked across the street, so he was working in the cafeteria, and they had these signs in the cafeteria tables. My whole life I've seen this shit. Forgot I got this little this wound on my thumb. Anyway, they had these signs on the table. Like my whole life I've seen this shit. Please bus your own table. I was like, and in my mind, the only bus I knew as a kid was a school bus or like a metro bus. I'm like, what the fuck? How you gonna bring the bus inside the cafeteria? That's what I'm thinking. I'm hella dumb. They say no, busing is basically like taking a load off. Yeah, because when you have a bus, you're like loading things. A busser in a restaurant, busser in a whatever. They take loads to and from. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a busser in a restaurant, you take loads basically. Pause. That sounds hella crazy. Gotta pause all that. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Please bust your table. I've been hearing that shit, seeing those signs my whole life. I'm just seeing it. Please bust your table. And then you grow up and you see everyone else who doesn't look after themselves. They don't take care of their shit. Look at this. Like, hold on. Let me flip the camera on you just to see what we're working with. When I'm telling you like there's birds scat everywhere, literally all these fucking benches, every fucking where. Like it's just like this. Motherfuckers don't take care of themselves. They don't look after themselves. They use spaces and then don't look after themselves, but they want people to take care of shit for them. So it's just funny, like I said dude who was like wanting to be like, oh, this is my student. I was like, I ain't a student of yours at all, motherfucker. Like I never had that confrontation with him, but I might have to next time. And like push come to shove, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of him in front of his kids. I don't want to do that, but it might have to happen. But he's on some bullshit. Well, he's really just retarded, honestly. So I can't, it is what it is. But anyway, this dude, it's like he can't have an interaction or a relationship with anybody unless they're beneath him. And it's like, bro, you could have got so much farther in life if you stopped trying to allocate people like they were employees. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing people's time just for your convenience. But I was like, bro, you ain't even going nowhere. The funny thing about him is nobody fuck with him right now, which is crazy. It's hilarious though. I mean, it is what it is, but like nobody fuck with dude. His girl left him and everything. I seen his girl a couple nights ago during my uncle's birthday. She was at a little bar, you know what I'm saying? And she was over here trying to pimp another bitch. And I was like, that shit's hilarious to me. Because she can't go anywhere unless someone's taking care of her. She's of the same cloth. It's ridiculous. So she was asking me, I was like, I don't even drink no more, but it's good to see you. Like, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go sit with my family. What we doing? What we doing here? I don't do the funny shit, bro. I don't be doing the funny shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's good to see them. Like, I remember looking after her kids. So that's why, like, I'm not even mad. But it's just like, bro, I kind of just see these people for who they are. And I just go about my day. But I'm gonna be me, like, in every space. That's one thing I'm gonna say is, like, I'm gonna be who I am in every single space I enter. Like, I just know, like, back to the whole helpful shit. If helping shit out and like moving things forward or whatever, like if that kind of helps out, like I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it happen. It's gonna be what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I am. Like I just realized that's who I am. But like whether or not that's contagious, it'll show. And like there's spaces and places that I've been where like I'm kind of just like doing either I'm doing the most where I'm just helping and cleaning up the area, just taking care of shit. And I see people just kind of sitting around like they just expect it to get done. And I'm like, that's how, like, those spaces, I'm not even around them anymore. You understand? I'm rightfully not even in those areas anymore. You know what I mean? I've been around that shit. I've been in places where like I've recorded people's like songs and lyrics. Then they asked me to mix and master it. And I'm like, that's my friend, so I got them for free. But because I got them for free, the motherfuckers take advantage of it, which they should, don't get me wrong. If I'm giving you a free service and you my friend, you know what I'm saying, pause, it's like, take advantage of that shit. That's what I'm doing for you. But you know, it's just like you doing this because you don't want to pay the guy who's actually professional, which is fair. And I'm like, that's fair. But understand, bro. I don't even like, it's crazy. I don't even fuck with them people no more either. That's life lessons though, man. This is why it's safer for a lot of people to do transactional shit. If you do transactional shit, you good. It's just business. No expectations, no fucking fine print, none of that. It's just all business, man. You get that out the way. I'm over here dying, bro. I might have to grab that drink. Little key, it's about that time. Get moving anyway. Get the motherfucking drinks out here, bro. Like I said, the back street's kind of fucked up because it's like, shit, I'm trying to find my backpack strap. That back street's kind of fucked up because it's like, it's gonna get glitchy and then like, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Kind of staticky or whatever. You know, you trying to get some shade?
Dog.
Yeah.
He goes over there. He goes, like, you done?
Right. All right, good one, man. Yes. So it's like I'm gonna go back there and it's gonna get a little staticky. I'm gonna try it on this side because I'm always go. Damn, I got you. Check the street number. I'm always on this side because there's actually less static and it's a more flat ground, so I can get through faster. I don't know. 28th, that's what it is. We're gonna try 29th. I'm probably gonna lose reception, but it is what it is. We're gonna try 29th. But now I'm very mindful of that shit, man. I'm very mindful of I know the type of person I am, and I'm not gonna stop being that. And for that reason, and for that understanding, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, bruh, I know I have to like exit certain spaces. That same understanding was like, bro, I can't be at this job no more. It'll be in the same vein of thought where I'm like, yeah, you can't be here no more because you know you're gonna snap, you're gonna crash out at some point. You know what I'm saying? In the worst way. So because you understand that, Zam boy, what's Zam boy? Yeah, my guy. Yeah, get them snacks out here. Hungry. Got the Hungry Jack situation going on, or whatever. Ooh wee. It's crazy, man. Seen a girl in the car, heard an accent, different language. I just seen a thick arm. That's all I saw was a thick arm. I was like, I already know she bad. When you see the thick arm, that's how you know. That's me though. You know what I mean? I had that at the library the other day. I seen this girl, thick arm. I'm like, damn, that's the one right there. I was already know. Cause either that's a cook or a girl you can take out to eat. You know, it's just one or the other. That's my thing. I used to hate on that shit when I was a kid, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was stupid. I was sitting there hating on the chubby girls. I'm like, nah, you dumb, bro. They the ones. Chubby girl, the one you need. Low key. You got a whole lot to hold. That's what you got to do. And it's crazy too. I said this before, man. When you get them chubby girls with them big girls, and then you pick them up, and they ain't ready for that, cause I'm 5'5", so when they see me carry things, you know, my weight and double, they're like, oh, he's strong. I was like, I've been strong. Bump, you know, what I'm saying, lift the bitch up, easy. You know what I'm saying? Got them blue collar genetics type shit, bro. That shit crazy as hell. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was thinking about this, man, cause I was talking to. Let me flip this, cause it's hella bright. I was talking, or not talking. I was listening to the Joe and Jada podcast with 520, and they was talking about. Actually, Joe was talking about certain people that were born to rap, He's like, these people were born to rap. They were born to you know what I'm saying? And I was like thinking about it, I was like, certain people have that too with athletics. I mean, you know, rightfully so. Some people are like they're born with good genetics to be like 7 foot tall, but then when you see them play basketball, they just hella clumsy. Like they can't do shit like an NBA player. So that's why you see a lot of tall motherfuckers that don't be in the NBA. They probably could if they worked hard and they worked on the coordination of their body and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. I never discount anybody because I'm like I said, I'm a short king out here, so that's what they call him, right? Ooh, man, that car's janky. Unless I heard something else. But anyway, the yeah, I never doubted myself. I just kind of knew, like, yeah, bro, I could do this too. Somebody 6 foot tall, I'm fighting them, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do something like a whole foot above 6'5". You gotta do one of those. But even then, gotta be lucky with me. I'm Wolverine out here. That's how I feel about myself. That's the three people I looked up to growing up, man. Allen Iverson, Mike Tyson, Wolverine. I was like, all the motherfuckers getting busy. Pause. People bigger than them. That's how I feel about myself. You gotta be strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm also grateful though, because that's what happens when you have men in your household growing up. You have something to kind of look up to. Some people don't have that privilege, so you gotta be careful. You know. Grab this, man. How's it going, sir? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Hey. How's it going, man? Could I do the Danish, please? And then could I do a iced Americano? What size? Could I do a 12 ounce, please? Cool. Room for cream? No, thank you. Yeah, just black. Thank you. I'm gonna shut it down. All right. You like? I like blackberry. I'll do either one. I'm okay either way. Yeah. It's the best one, the black one. You like that one? Yeah. How's the morning? There we go. How's the morning? The morning? Yeah. The morning is slow today. Oh, slow today? But it's okay. It's different, huh? Yeah. That's good. That's good. How are you? I'm just getting started. What are you doing? YouTube. YouTube Live. So yeah, here. I'm gonna flip it for you. So right there, like live. See the numbers? Yeah. So then I go. You have oh man. Yeah. Some people come in and out. It's mainly like gaming, like video games, but sometimes I walk around. It's a little easier. Oh, you know much? Yeah. I don't know how to use it. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Facebook, you know, like Facebook Live. Yeah, it's kind of similar. Yeah. So, give me your name, and I told my son to follow you. Okay, yeah. I'll write it down. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm grabbing a coffee. I'm close to it. Let me see. I got 10 minutes. Here, let me. All right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, is it? Yeah, you're finished. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Well, you never tried something different. Like this. Oh, what is this? We call rubias. Oh, okay, okay. Here, let me. You okay? Let me try. Let me try. Yeah. I have no allergies, so it's good. Let me see. I'm gonna try this one, guys. Oh. Yeah, I always get a Danish, but let's see. Oh. Let me do this, man. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna try the pecan. Let me see. Hmm. It's pretty good. It's real good. You said pecans. Oh, that's pretty good, guys. I can't complain. Also funny. Had the same shirt from yesterday, right? Just wore it slightly. I was dripping coffee on it. This one right here. Let me show you the lid. Because they gave me the straw, it's not gonna sit there and pour because like I had that tilted because of the little spout yesterday. Oh, what's going on, Rob? Rob, what's going on, bro?
Only three chocolate. You like two chocolate pecan?
I'm grabbing number 4.
Same.
Oh, got my go-to Danish. Going on, Aiden? Welcome back, Aiden. Like Aiden is just hovering around. I keep popping up. That's a sign, bro. Go watch the long format videos. Go watch the video game stuff or something. I appreciate you dropping in. And that Danish man, that blackberry. I don't want to be chewing on the camera. Yeah. Appreciate you dropping in, Aiden. Yeah. I'll ask him later. I'll ask him in a second. I eat in a circle, bro. How much do I owe you for the? You sure? Okay, that was good
I
though.
need to try something different.
Okay, next time. Yeah.
Dennis is probably my favorite, but when I opened here 4 years ago,
Mhm.
and I tried to catch people,
Yeah.
I make half size of that one
Ah.
and pecan.
Okay, I like that. What's pretty good. What is it? What is it called? Pecan rugulash. Okay, interesting. Pecan rugulash. Okay,
Ella es rubia, that's how poco
interesting.
huge.
Oh,
I think it's pretty items.
nice. Okay, next time I'll try something. You got to remind me because you know I'm always
What
you know
you try only the tennis, right?
I did Danish. I did the egg sandwich. I got the that was pretty good. I like that one.
The coffee cake, sour cream, blueberry coffee cake.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, but I didn't write
Blueberry
it.
sour. Okay, I
I
gotta
knew
remember this.
those recipes.
Yeah. I like it though. I'll try it out for sure. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Rob, I had this. It was like a pecan. I almost forgot what it's called already. Arugula or something. It was really good. He was like, next time you come and try something new, I'm like, all right, cool. I'll show you what he has. I'll show you in a second. Because I always go for the Danish. Excuse me. I always go for the Danish. But there's like a coffee cake kind of thing, so I'll try that next time too. That's probably good. Probably better for me. There's a spot in Bellevue I go to. Like on certain days, it would literally be the same order every time. Same order every time. Yeah. My bad. I'll get moving in a second, but I appreciate you being here, Rob. Appreciate you dropping in on me. I'm just chilling right now before I walk over. Yeah. I'll show you real quick, Rob. You're still here. All right. So it's like a pecan rulala. And then he was saying, what is it? The other thing. I forgot what it's called. But I was, the bakery's nearby. Oh, the empanadas were kind of good too. And then I had a egg sandwich last time. So I don't know. There was one live I had did. I dropped in. I grabbed a egg sandwich, and he's like, "Do you want to put bacon in it?" So I put the bacon in there. I walked up the street, went to the park, I started eating it. And this is why I shaved my mustache because I was eating it. I did like a wide bite, and then I kind of snagged the edge of my mustache, and I was like, "Oh man, I gotta shave this down, bro." I literally bit into my own stash. But yeah. But the egg sandwich was hella good. I was trying to get my dad to come here so he can get a sandwich with me. It was one morning, but he was kind of sick, and he was like, "No, I'm good. I'm just stay home." You shave your beard too? Look like a new man. But it's like every time I shave the beard, I look in the mirror. I'm just like, I don't know who this is, man. I can't recognize myself. It always throws me off. But yeah, I know that feeling, man. All right, we go. Let's get going. Today's good vibes so far, man. It's been really good. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Okay. You said high school? Damn. Somebody, I think I was 25 one time. 25 ish. Let me see, 7 years ago. So about 25. And then I was still in their processing school, central service technician school. And then I had, so the thing was when you go to sterilize the equipment, when you go inside decon, which is decontamination room, you have to, cover your beard and your hair up. Now I had long hair and also like had a beard that was kind of growing out. I ended up shaving my face and shaving like my, my hair. I cut it down to like this level because I had like long hair. And then when I went back to the class, they were like, "Dude, you look so different. You look like you're 18." Like it's funny, like when you shave, the amount of years you get back is like, and it's like the older we get, it's like anywhere from 5 to 10 years, you'll go back in time from just shaving facial hair, which is kind of funny to me. But yeah, I'd be thinking about that a lot. But Rob, you probably get this too, or like you probably get this too, even when you have a beard, Rob. I'm assuming. But you ever go places and then people ask your age, and then they think you're like actually 5 years younger? I've been getting that a lot lately. You know what I mean? It's been happening a lot. I don't know what to make of it. So, it's just happening though. Dude, a young dude that was about 24, 25 said the same thing to me. He said, "I thought you was my age." When I'd go to his shop every time. He'd be working cashier, but I'd be thinking about that. You trying to pass by? Oh, you good. You good. Take it. You good. You're keeping yours short. Oh, Brett Favre. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'll probably keep my hair short for a while. I don't know if I'm gonna. What's it called? I don't think I'll grow it out again. I told myself like maybe if I become, I thought about like if I become a dad or a grandpa, maybe I'll grow it out. The reason I'm thinking about that is because like out of all my siblings, I still have my hairline. Like it's still here. My hairline is still right there. If I can get lined up and tapered and fades and all that shit. But then like my brothers, both of them, they just be shaving their head down because they, this shit fucked up. They both got big foreheads, and at the same time, they they got no hairline. So you got a big forehead, no hairline, you might as well go bald. So that's what they do. They go bald, and they're like they're sitting there like I don't know what was good with James' genetics, but he still got his hair. This shit is fucked up. I think my brother got the cul-de-sac. Actually, both of them do. Matter of fact, yeah, that's crazy. So because of that, I'm like I should probably grow my hair out at some point. But I thought about that because when I was growing up, I grew up seeing I gotta get on this side of the street. What the fuck? Growing up, when I was a baby, I seen my dad with long hair. Like that was normal. Me and my brother, we grew up seeing my dad with long hair. That's a whole different story too, though, because he's from an era where it's like, he grew up during martial law. Excuse me. So they couldn't grow their hair out back then. So when he got to the states, that was like the feeling of freedom was growing your hair out, and it was like rock and roll in that era. So all of that, and then obviously when the '80s come around, well, he got here in '79, so it was already the '80s. Like '80s, my brother's born, then I'm born in the '90s. Oh, let me flip this camera. And then it's getting hella bright behind me. That's why. But the the thing the thing about that was like we just grew up seeing that rock and roll looking kind of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I was a kid and I had piercings, I had a gold hoop in my ear. It was just like from that era where like them dudes was rocking that shit. Like everybody has some type of gold or gold hoop, a little small one. No matter if it was a pimp or a gangster or whatever, everybody had the gold hoop. I just stopped wearing. It's funny because like when I was a kid, when I was young, my parents were always trying to give me jewelry. Like a thing. It was like, yeah, we'll give you this watch, we'll give you this earring, man. We'll wear this. Yo, you don't want to wear a big chain, just wear this one. Here, get a little small rope, little, small little links, whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't even know, man. This ain't really me. But I was just doing it just because they was giving it to me. Funny enough, though, motherfuckers started like, some people wanted my shit, and then one dude like I was actually friends with, and this is like in that era where like people took advantage of my friendship. I ain't gonna lie. And I let this dude borrow my watch, and then he was over here showing it off and flaunting it. My own gym teacher was like, "Do you want me to get that back for you?" I said, "No, no, no," because I thought that was my friend. Then my other classmates were like, "Hey, man, you want that back?" This is how I knew I was dumb, because I was like, "Yo, these people I really considered my friends that I was really chopping it up with, they didn't give a damn about the shit I was talking about." They either wanted a W on me, or they wanted what I had. But I didn't know. Like I was so ignorant, and I was so caught up in how I was really living or what I was living through at that time. I didn't really think about it. I actually went to his house, which is funny because he lived like a block or two from me, a block and a half from me. Went around the corner, knocked on his door. Nobody answered. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers scared. I might have to kick this door down. I started knocking on the doors next door. Old lady was like, oh, you talking about so and so, whoop de wop? Their family moved. I was like, oh, that's why he tried to hit the lick on me because he knew he was gonna move. Seen him in the neighborhood a couple years later. I was like, should I start getting off on him right here? Nah, it wasn't even like that. We still chopped it up. That's still my friend, but he kind of carries that guilt for what had happened. I don't even hold against him. You know what I mean? I don't even hold against him. He also he's also on some what's the word I'm looking for? He never wanted to squab with me. You know what I mean? There be people like that, man. They got to live with the choices they make, and that's what I'm saying. Back to what I was saying. Me being a helpful individual, me being nice, like whether that's a pushover thing or whether that's just me being too nice to a fault, I will say I'm gonna never stop being that way. And I said this in the last live. I was like, there's moments and times where I feel like I should crash out on people. Sometimes I put a face to my problems, but really, the reason why I would get violent in the first place because I made the mistake of trusting them. So now I just know not to trust you. Does that make sense? It's that simple. Like I'm okay living with that because at the end of the day, let's say I crash out on you, beat the shit out of you, go about my day. It's gonna sit with you a lot more worse than it is with me. At least I'm happy with defending my name and the reputation. Like you did all the masculine dumb shit. You took care of business and you went about your day. But you know that's different than just actually going about your day. Like, oh, you know what? That's what you want. We out. I'm done. And the worst embarrassment, which is kind of funny, my own mom was clowning me. I was a kid. My own mom was like, "Where's your watch at?" I was like, "I let my friend borrow it." And my brother was like, "You want me to get it back?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no," because I still believe this guy was my friend. And yeah, he just he never compensated. And it's funny because like I said, I still run into him from time to time. I mean, not recently. I hope he's okay. Actually hope he's okay. The more I think about it, because one of the last times I seen him, actually, I'll do it in three parts. One of the last times I seen him, he told me he got a baby on the way. I was saying congratulations. Second time I seen him, he was grieving his homie that got killed at the park, kind of Anderson. Third time I seen him, he was still going through. He was just grieving and going through life. I was like, God damn. So that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as he was the type of person to, you know what I'm saying, take his own friend's watch for whatever he was going through his mind at the time. I mean, I kind of already know what it was. Like, he was dating this girl, and then me and that girl were like kind of close friends in science class. So I don't know if that was part of it, but it's always some girl shit when people start beefing. Anyway, like just seeing how he is now, like we're the same age, but just seeing where he's at now, I'm like, oh, yo, he's really struggling. So imagine if he was struggling, and then every time he sees me, he has to get reminded about the time he got his ass whooped or got the retribution. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't. That's why I don't compile or compound grief on people that sit there and how's it going? I don't know, sit there and add more to people that already have it coming, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's wrong to say that, but he was already on the path of going through that shit. He's already grieving certain friends and homies. He's already struggling with trying to be a dad, trying to make ends meet because things weren't always working out. His family's always moving around. His people always going through shit. And it's just like, I think, it's the right thing to do. It's, don't get me wrong. If I take myself out of the situation, me personally, that's why I don't judge anyone. This is why I really don't judge anyone. Take me out of the situation. Let's say somebody gets a free watch from their mom. Their mom loves them and is like, here, you just take this nice watch. And they really shouldn't be having it, but they get it anyway. And then that same kid gives that watch to a friend, and then you go through the same situation. If that kid decides to sit there and crash out and get his lick back, whatever, I'm not even mad at it. But if he does what I do, I'm not mad at that either. I'm not one to judge, bro. But like I said in the last, oh, we got enough shade. Hold on. Boom, we got enough shade. So what I was saying in the last couple of lives ago or whatever, I was like, me tapping into demon time and exercising the demons within myself on someone else, that might activate the demons within them, and then it creates a cycle of just demon shit, and that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the whole concept of turning the other cheek, but even then, it's like that's a tricky one because You know, you don't want to, what do you call this? You don't want to have pent up anger about stuff. So that's why I live and let it go. Cause I'm like, you know what, man? I was blessed to have a mom giving me free shit. Meanwhile, this guy's living a life where it's like he can't even figure out how to get away from his problems. He can't figure out how to step away from these friends that are gonna make him grieve all the time because they want to get into some shit and they get themselves killed and they on bullshit. They all on bullshit, and it's just gonna be a cycle of some bullshit. You know what I mean? So I just kind of took it as a win in life where I was like, yo, I got shit to give away. Unfortunately, that was a gift. I gotta let it go, bro. That's unfortunate. And then, you know, on that same note, I'd rather love than hate. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that getting the lick back. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky, right? Because on one end, it's like I say all that, but if somebody killed my brother, I already know I'm a snap. Does that make sense? Somebody killed my brother, I'm a snap. But then on the other hand, I seen that video of that one dude. I think it was Laotian or Cambodian or something. And then the dude killed his son at the store. The dude killed the son at the store, and then he went to the court just to hug the guy who killed his son. He said, I don't know what you're going through to do that to my son, but this hurt that you're making us feel, I want to end it right there. I just want to know that you deserve some love, whatever you're feeling. And then give that dude a hug. And I'm like, yo, I'm not that strong. Like, as much as I want to be strong, I don't think I'm that strong. But who knows when it comes down to that? You know what I'm saying? I want to be there, but I know I ain't there because I know I mean I had a fucked up. You know, I ain't gonna, my past is all right. It's, compared to other people. Nah, I don't know. It's somewhere between fucked up and all right. I don't know. Can't tell you, but it's somewhere in the middle. Hey, let me get across here real quick. Let me wrap it up right here, and I'm gonna get inside here. But yeah, bro, it's a tricky. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's a tricky one, man. Because it's like I think about that. Like in hindsight, it's like let's say I go back in time, and I'm like, you know, go back in time and you take care of all them people that thought they can get one over on you. All right, cool. Not only now do you have enemies, but you might even have someone that you might have just sunned someone so hard or kept them in place so hard by just whooping their ass, or you know, you whoop their ass, they get back on you, and then now your whole family jumps in, the whole people that support you, they jump in, and now it's a whole war for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens, bro. I shit, you know, I'm just like, and then when you really like, you know, I'm just saying if it gets out of hand the worst way, and then you retrace where did all this stem from? A fucking watch. You can sit there and blame somebody like, why did the kid give away the watch? Okay, but why did the mom give the kid a watch? Because we didn't have smartphones at the time, so you had watches. Like, you know what I'm saying? But even then, it's just kind of tricky, man. So I say a simple statement. I don't care if I look weak saying it either. I'd rather love than hate, man. I fuck with love, bro. Love is real to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love kept certain people out of the streets, kept certain people out of the way, kept certain people alive, man. Really, it is powerful, bro. And it's one of those like it's a shit like a plant, bro. Shit like a seed, where the fuck, you know, put that shit down. You know, it don't make sense right now, but you know, through all the rain and whatever, that shit start growing. You're like, okay, hold on. But I did that. That was me who planted that shit. I forgot about that. And every now and again, that's what I'm saying. Every now and again, people remind me of the good things I did for them. And I'm trying to, that's what I'm saying. I try to do the same for other people. Like, hey, remember that time you was like this, that, whoopie wop? Remember when you was a good person? I think you still are. Like, don't ever stop believing in yourself, man. You know, don't ever forget who you used to be. Good, bad, whatever. Just you know, if that makes sense. That's just, you know, people do that for me so much that I try to do that for everyone else. Where like I try to remember those emotional memories, good times I had. People like, man, you was always a good dude, man. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever think that just because I saw you addicted one time, I saw you just fiending out in the street, tripping out on the bus stop, whatever. That I didn't forget you being the silly kid in class, making everyone laugh, making everyone's day. Like, you know, saying shit like that. When I see people, I make sure I say that shit to them because you just never know, man. You never fucking know, bro. That's why, like, even though dude took my watch, when I see him again, I'm a, like, we always dap it up, show love, man. I'm gonna ask him how his kids are doing, and he's never done nothing to repay me. Does he owe me? He probably does owe me. He probably owes me, but that's up to him. That's up to him to do that for me. But I'm having those kind of you know, you only feel this way because you're older now. You know, back then I felt like stay up, man, stay up. You too, stay up, Rob. I'm about to get out in a second too. But you know, them same people, bro. I'll be Same people like that, bro. I be sitting there questioning myself, like, damn, if I was younger and I was still in that time, if I was younger and then like my situation seemed worse, yeah, I probably would have did something. But I've always counted my blessings, bro. That's what it is. Count the blessings, man. There it is, bro. I'm about to get up in here. I gotta use the bathroom, low key. That's why. Rob, I appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate you being here. I'm about to get off in like a few minutes. But yeah, man. There it is, bro. I'll leave it at that, man. I'd rather love than hate, bro. We're gonna leave it there. All right, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.